All right, and we are recording. Hello again. It is me, Farron, and I think the formula's gonna go the same. Every day I wake up, I'm grateful to be alive, and after that, I show you guys how I made a song. So I think I'm gonna stick to that formula. It also depends how I'm feeling. Maybe it'll be delayed by like maybe a few more days, but whoever cares. Um, I don't know what I meant. I meant who cares. Sorry, I'm tired. Anyways, this is Smile. I think this was pretty. It was both fun and a little infuriating to make, um, because I figured out, um, and you found out from the last how I made the song that the software I'm using limits my songs to only like 10, 16 tracks or so I heard. So I could say that I want to upgrade, but I also want to know how far my creativity can go, without uh, having more having a wider boundary. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm basically saying I want to see how far my creativity goes, um, with such limiting factors. So I'm tired. Sorry, I'm not speaking correctly. Let's just start with the rhythm guitar and bass. This is what I recorded first. Let's isolate those. Yep. It's very, as you can see, the guitar does kind of pop out too much, in some occasions. So I'm just planning to kind of edit the equalizer stuff so that there's less treble, um, just so that it could be more equalized in sound. The bass is pretty good. At times it's a little off rhythm, but it's fine. I think it's the small imperfections that make it a little bit more beautiful, because you're not aiming for perfection, you're aiming for honesty and power. It's really beautiful. And as you can see, there are some takes that kind of overlap. Some takes that I just retook. Um, you know, People do mistakes. It's fine. In a studio or in a studio song or a song where you can do whatever you want in the software, you can do all that. There's no shame in it. As long as you can do it in one take in real life, then there's really nothing to worry about. Um, I was kind of imagining the song to just be bass and guitar, but I wanted to go the fancy signature route that I usually do and start layering things on. So we have this organ. So after 8 measures, two, no, after 2 measures, this organ starts playing. Yeah, it's a very basic sound, but it also contributes to a lot. Um, has that more sad feeling, because usually organs are like, I don't know, like funerals. I guess that's kind of the point I'm making, is that it kind of sounds like a sad moment, a sad special occasion. So let's see how it sounds when the organ is added on. I mean, you guys already listened to the song, but let's just hear it anyways.
You were like a shining star, a river within
Yeah,
heart.
it sounds more filling. I wouldn't say this is like a filler track, but um, it definitely has the role of at least putting more to the atmosphere. As you can see, I messed up again, so I had to retake it. But really nothing more than that. I also thought that it would be nice to kind of sneak in another synth or pad. I think this one's a lead. So so basically what I did, I didn't want it to make it like immediate. It's like boom, here's another part, here's another track. I kind of wanted to kind of like appear smoothly. So that's why I kind of made it go from silent to like crescendoing to existing. Let's just hear it. I'm not making any sense right now. Let me just Okay, no, I'm good. Just this weird green thing that's. So let's just hear it by itself. Yeah. Hmm. Basically, it does sound pretty relaxing. I was kind of targeting more of a grimy sound, but honestly, this is probably better than what I initially came up with. So let's hear it with the track. See it like fades in.
Your voice assured me of my life. Lightning that struck my car. There's way too many sheep to count, but I'll stay awake to make things
I'm just gonna check something real quick. Okay, good. Sorry, sometimes I have that urge to like correct something as soon as possible. But I want to move on. Oh, also there's another part towards the end, but I'm gonna get there soon. So let's go to. Wait, actually, I think that's it for like the first half of the song. After that, the second half, there's a lead guitar. So let's isolate that. It's very occasional. It's kind of like the gold coin technique in writing, where it's like you have to occasionally reward someone because they're listening to it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense in my head. I'm basically saying that it makes the listener want to wait to hear that lead guitar, that sweet, sound. Nice. Yeah. Mm, smile. Yeah. Nice. And when you put it in, the rest of the song.
have to think right now about what is
Yeah, it
true.
has a nice tangy sound to it.
'Cause when I search the lost and
Yeah,
found,
anyways, enough of that. I also put another pad in, kind of like change the mood a little bit to a more brighter sounding, more upbeat um sound in general. I know I can't speak properly right now. I think that's the point of making these videos in this specific format is that I just wake up in the morning. I'm just gonna immediately explain how I made a song without having the without having the optimal amount of energy. Yeah. Anyways, here's the pad. I think this is a string pad or like a string emulator. I could be wrong though. I don't want to check though. Basically, it's just the chord progression, but an octave higher, just to kind of give the sound or give the range of the song a little bit more diversity. Because I feel like if the song's always on like the low range, it'll get boring. So at times you want to have a higher pitch to it. And basically, it's just the chorus. I think I'm gonna sneeze. Hold up. Thank you. Anyways, yeah, that's the pad. Um, and also this. Um, oh yeah, let's just hear how it sounds. You can. It's like it's not the most dominating sound, in the song,
about
but
what is
it really gives. I'll just leave it at that. Um, And also at the second chorus, the final chorus, the um the grimy bass lead takes over again. Let's just hear that. It's basically just it. It just follows the melody or something. I don't know. But basically, for the context of the song, basically before the final chorus, everything kind of just fades out, and then boom, kind of just pops out. Yeah. Yep, and there you go. These are my vocals. Oh, also before I show you the vocals, I think this one's pretty neat. Um, I kind of wanted to have. Just hear it, man. Just hear it. I like how it like goes all the way quiet and then all the way loud. But then there's like times where it's like decrescendo, crescendo, decrescendo, crescendo, you know. I think it adds a nice touch to the song. Let's see how that sounds now that we have that in the context of how I made the song. And you know, when I say smile, I wanted the instrumental to be like as loud as possible without it being uncomfortable. So I'm going smile. That's basically it. That's the peak of the song. Um, yeah. I feel like I always put the peak of the song anywhere but the end. Like when talking about my previous albums and previous songs, like the climax is always like in the bridge or in like the first chorus or in the second verse. But it's never like the end. I mean, all we got from Golden Tooth, it was kind of close. It was basically the bridge coming to the end, but it wasn't actually the end. And of course, I know my own songs, so of course I'm gonna mention them because I'm proud of making them. But out of the way with that. Let's look at the vocals. I mean, you guys pretty much heard it. It's pretty good. The first draft I was pretty out of tune, so I decided to re-sing everything, and it comes out all right. It's pretty good. Um, the higher register, um, the more tenor, baritone, whatever the higher part is, the higher part of the vocals was a little bit harder to do. But knowing I've done a lot of a cappella in my previous albums, it wasn't like the biggest deal in the world. So let's isolate the vocals, see how they sound just by themselves.
You white butterfly, oh, but you never smile.
Yeah. The ending is a little bit, just a little bit out of tune, but I'm fine with it because the last take was kind of awful. Maybe not the worst thing ever, but not good to my hearing. Like it, you know, in my ears, it can always be better. But yeah, that's basically the song. I'm feeling like I'm gonna mix the guitar a little bit better. That's pretty much it. Everything else sounds pretty good. It's just that the guitar is always like quite loud, quite loud. And I don't want that. I think that just disrupts the flow of the song. So you know what? After I record this video, or after I'm done recording, I'm going to get to work on that right now. But anyways, that's the song. Thank you for the watching. Thank you for the watching. Thank you for watching.